Welcome to part 11 of Sonic the Hedgehog 4. We got a cutscene.
And yet he's still faster than Sonic.
Yeah, I think that's like a running joke now, to be honest. I have a rocket, you don't have a rocket.
Does this go into space? Is it like the Death Egg?
Yeah, it can't be a Sonic game without randomly going into space for no good reason.
Yeah.
There must be a rocket around here somewhere.
It conveniently
The
placed.
main things that Sonic revolves around now: space, time, and alternate universes.
Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense. They're like the three things that if they're gonna cock something up, it will be them, isn't it?
And water gods.
Yeah, there's only one of them.
Yeah.
I like Chaos.
I like Chaos. Hey, new Death Egg.
That's pretty cool.
It does.
It's
Isn't
a-
it?
Everyone likes
It's
the Death Egg.
It's a Death Star with 2 lasers.
Yeah.
Death Egg Mark II.
I find it hilarious how Eggman's Death Egg has got so much neon.
Yeah, little neon.
Whoa. Anyway, this will hurt your head a lot.
Use it.
Yeah.
I believe my neck just broke.
I'm trying to tilt my neck and it don't work.
Is it because there's no gravity in this egg or something?
It's because anti-gravity is supposedly cool, and just doing alternate gravity is also supposedly cool.
Right.
Yeah, in reality, it's an unoriginal concept that's been done to death by everything, and therefore does nothing other than irritate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Interesting.
It
Mario
was
Kart
once.
8 doing that.
What's that?
Aren't Mario Kart 8 doing that?
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing that. Christ knows why. I suppose it's like with Mario Kart, they do this one gimmick a game, don't they? So we're gonna get to it eventually.
Well, the gliding and underwater works, so I'm glad they're
Yeah.
keeping
I'd
it.
say I like DS and Double Dash the best.
Yeah, I like the Wii one.
Played a bit of that.
Anyway, this makes me laugh because Eggman's ship there is completely invincible. So why doesn't he use that all the time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like in
Why
Sonic
doesn't
CD
he-
when he had that laser that kills him in one hit.
Why doesn't he make all of his bots out of that ship's material?
Yeah, it would make so much more sense. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just letting myself get hit so I can then use the invincibility frame to hit him again. Because that works.
Shouldn't have put like 200 years in the future, but basically Eggman's taken over the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to
Because
think
Eggman
so.
Nego, innit?
No, Eggman Negro is like a descendant of Eggman,
Yeah.
as far as I know. Well, he is in the Rival series. In Sonic Rush, he was like an alternate universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can't make their minds up for that.
Oh, right.
It's kind of like with Silver out. In most iterations, he's like a future character. And then in the Rival series, he's part of the alternate dimension or whatever.
What do you think of like Robotnik Eggman as like a character?
Yeah, he's cool. Does
He's my
everything.
favourite.
He's everything a bad guy needs to do,
Yeah.
and especially since Pollock's been voicing him, he's kind of had this kind of wacky personality to him that I love. Anyway, we're still walking around God knows everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool background to this, I think.
The Earth isn't right, is it?
What's that?
The Earth hasn't got the proper countries in it.
You're a true Sonic fan now, you know that.
Yeah, I know.
That's one of the best, most specific nitpicks you could find. Anyway, now you just got to step it up by insisting that that's not Earth, it's Mobius. Because there's so many people who just don't accept that Sonic's now set on Earth. Because I know in the classics it was set in Mobius, but from Sonic Adventure 2 at least onwards, that's obviously Earth.
Yeah.
So Mobius is Earth with a different name, basically.
Basically. Essentially, yeah.
In Sonic 1 it was in South Island, in 2 it was West Island, but in S3 and K they say it's the floating islands. Would that be on the east or is it not specified where it actually is?
I don't know, and I've never cared enough to check.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is going to be so much more difficult than this
Apparently-
CD battle, isn't it?
Apparently this is
Right.
set on North Island.
Christ knows. Anyway, you can tell how much harder this is than the CD version, right?
Yeah.
Just mash into everything. I'm gonna take a hit there because I help not. Like, I'm just stopping waving around and that, but he's miles behind.
Yeah.
There we go.
Basically, he did 61 all that, and he just won.
And yeah, he does rubber band torture at the end there, just so they can get that cutscene to work.
See, everyone's saying that porn isn't good. Well, clearly in this case it is.
The Sonic and Tails bromance fixes everything. Oh god. Anyway.
Oh god damn you, bestiality.
Yeah, Sonic 06 did it.
But then it got erased.
That game doesn't exist to most fans anyway.
It doesn't really.
I still don't think it's the worst Sonic game though. I still think Secret Rings is miles worse than 06.
I've given IGN has given Secret Rings a worse review than 06.
Well, you
Worst
can't
game.
spell ignorance without IGN.
I do get that IGN can pull some bullshit, but I do agree with them that Secret Rings is worse. But that's another reason why you should just never use a number scale, because it ends up to bullshit like these arguments and that as to whether they gave it an 8 and it should have been a 9. And I'm like, for Christ's sake, mate, it's one number.
Because I know that Secret Rings is bad, but for some reason I can't help but like it. It's one of those games that you know is bad, but for some reason you can't help but like it.
So this is the last boss.
I get that more with 06 than I do with Secret Rings. Secret Rings is just frustrating because the controls such bollocks. There's no justification for that whatsoever. They took what could have been a good game and essentially deliberately fucked it up. That's the only way I could say that.
This boss is cool.
It is cool actually. It's much better than the final boss from episode
First
1.
one, yeah.
Yeah. And it's actually original as well. Look at that.
Yeah.
There's a few awkward jumps here and there, but for the most part, I do quite like this boss.
For some reason it kind of reminds me of like those boss battles in colours.
Nah, because this actually takes some challenge.
No, but it's the whole circle thing.
Yeah.
It reminds me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, colours is gets easy.
Yeah, I like the kind of heart thing it's got going on there.
The heart, yeah, it's the heart.
And I suppose you look at this area around us here, and that death egg is massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, these electrocuted thingies start just changing their pattern every time you hit it. It's interesting. Up we go. Yeah. Let's just keep on moving.
Yes, of course, because Tails is invulnerable to everything.
Everything. Yeah. What was I trying to do? Oh, got him.
Something gravity.
Yeah. I like how selective gravity can be.
Doesn't it work like that?
I don't think it's supposed to.
Yeah,
It does.
but Sonic always gets gravity right.
Yeah, accurate depiction of physics, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's always been spot on.
Should be a few more hits and then it'd be done.
Yeah, I don't think it's that long now. I think this is one of them bosses where they do it right, where if you know what to do, it's not that hard. Yeah. It did completely screw me over the first time I played it.
Do you think, I know it's more involved with the 6 in Lost Worlds, but do you think Robotnik will be a boss?
No, I think he's going to be kind of on Sonic's side against the evil characters in that game.
Yeah.
So I don't think he will be a boss.
I think that's a good thing in a way because you need a bit of variety, even though he is a great boss.
And we don't want a copy of Mario where Bowser's the final boss in every game.
Exactly, yeah.
Except for Mario 2. But
2, yeah.
And then in the end, it turns out Eggman paid the Evil Six to Sim. What are
You
they
know-
called? I've forgotten.
Oh. I can't even remember.
It's a question
Deadly
though, who do you
Six.
think is the stronger
Deadly
villain
Six.
out of Eggman and Bowser? I'd say Eggman.
I would say Eggman's the more
In a
competent.
fist fight, like Bowser would win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Eggman's more technologically competent if you think like his base isn't that compared to Bowser's like fiery castle which has a kill me switch on the other side.
Why would
Yeah.
you make that?
I don't know, especially like, after the first time you think actually that was a bit stupid leaving that out.
Why doesn't he just stay on the other side, flip the switch, and that way Mario can't complete the level.
Yeah, that would make so much more sense.
If I, oh crap,
Yeah.
I can't go back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's won.
Yeah. And thus, Eggman has a heart attack.
Yeah, but he'll be back.
The diabetes.
He
got to
always
him.
comes back.
Yeah. Eggman will be back.
You got-
54645.
Let's see what the end
You
is.
got to love Eggman's interaction with himself in Generations.
Yeah, I do love that. 2 Eggmans. Anyway, the ending. How do we reckon this will end?
2 pods.
Yeah, that was convenient, wasn't it?
I think Sonic broke up with Tails. No. You're getting the other one. I'm sorry, but just now.
Yeah. So, that was literally the ending.
Alright.
Yeah, so final thoughts
So-
on episode 2.
I was hoping for like Sonic to go yes
I
in
mean,
like Captain Falcon's voice after
They
he'd done that.
kind of heartlessly just left Eggman to
Die.
die.
Yeah, but they've done that all the time. He always finds a way out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's Eggman. He will survive. But yeah. Overall,
Yeah, right. Now I think
Even
colours.
survive staying in limbo in Generations.
yeah. Well, we assume he's going to survive.
Yeah.
Is that gonna blow up?
No,
That's it.
that would be far too interesting.
Yeah, but the question is, what happens to the classic Dr. Robotnik?
I don't know.
He just
Yeah,
carries on with
he
his
just
life.
gets left.
Maybe he went and got that teaching degree.
Yeah.
That's what that's like Sega's excuse to say you can't see him anymore because he's having a teaching degree.
Yeah. Now they'll bring him back
Yeah.
because they survive solely on the nostalgia card now.
Yeah.
What do you mean that the part?
It's
the
like
past-
fighting him in a university and he's like throwing books at him.
Yeah, what do you mean that if the past Eggman gets a teaching degree, that means he won't fight Sonic and Sonic's storyline will typically end there? We always get time continuity right.
Yeah. 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 I just think episode 2, much better game than episode 1. Yeah, it's still not perfect, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Mainly because of Sky Fortress. That's just such a dickhead sort of level design. Yeah.
There's some bits that are quite, I would imagine, be quite annoying if you played it. Like,
Yeah. I just don't see how, like, with Sonic they managed to keep on. Like, no matter how good they get, there's always something that they can't quite get right. You'd think after all these years it would have kind of been.
I would
sort of
say-
tidied.
Episode 2 has clearly got the superior boss battles in 1, even if they do drag them.
No, I think that with the exception of the final boss from episode 1, episode 1 has better bosses.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, purely because, like.
But they were quite
you're-
recycled though.
I'd rather than recycle something fun than make something shit. I know that kind of contradicts me kind of wanting original stuff, but like, if it's between the two options, I'd rather get an older boss that they've just kind of revamped. Like, it would have been nice if they made something new that was fun. Hint, hint, game. But
But that final boss was really quite good, I thought.
yeah, that is a good boss. The credits are still rolling. Yes, I am still leaving these in.
What was thought? Do you think that they will ever be able to make another Generations type of game?
It was the kind of thing that they can only really pull off once.
Oh look, it's
I want the boost gameplay back,
Mobius.
but that would be fun at some point. But yeah.
No, it's just that it was nice playing the old levels, but in a new way.
Do you want to try again?
Anyway, this is going to prompt you to collect the Chaos
Oh.
Emerald Switch.
You must collect.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Best ending ever.
That's my thoughts, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah. And that was Sonic the Hedgehog 4, and we are done. Woo, I guess.